going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Oh, That's Random, the podcast. I am your host, that guy, Nerdy G, or Uncle G, as y'all have been calling me here lately. Listen, if this is your first time here, welcome. Listen, the way that we get down over here is the best way to support us is one, like, subscribe, share, do all that good old stuff, but also two, go to Nerdy's Umbrella on YouTube. Go to Nerdy's Umbrella.com. Go to Nerdy's Umbrella on Patreon. We have merch. We have more shows. We have more content. Sometimes we just, we need a little extra. So the best way to support us is make sure, like, subscribe, share. Go get some of that nerdy merch. Go subscribe to the Patreon so that you can get more brunch tricks, Red Cup episodes, behind the scenes footage and shows, more shows. I'm just put it like that. More shows over there. Get to know the whole Nerdy's Umbrella cast. And check out some of the other great shows that we have. Voices from the Kitchen, Snack Time with Nerdy, our gaming that we have, our little gaming division that we have, our streaming stuff, like all that good old stuff. Check all that out. But listen, this is the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. Today is no different. I'm going to tell you that every time we come in here, Nerdy sits down in front of this Uncle Nerdy. That's me, okay? I know I'm referring to myself in the third person. Get used to it, okay? I come in here and I sit down and I have a conversation. I talk about whatever's on my mind. I talk about what's going on. I talk about what's in front of my face. You guys don't really see me get on this platform or on this show and talk about current things that are going on within the news media and try to clickbait you and get you pulled in with the names. Oh my God, Jay-Z, Rihanna, whoever's the hottest, whatever. That's not what I do. So I'm going about this because I'm creating content that'll last for not only a lifetime, but no matter when you hear it, it doesn't sound, one, dated, two, it always is going to apply. Just like when you listen to some music that that still applies today, that's how I want to get these messages out. So today, this message that I'm getting out today it's about communication with teenagers. You see, I've been gifted and I've been lucky and blessed in my life to have 3 wonderful children in my life, right? And they all are experiencing teenage in different eras. My kids are not close in age, all right? And when I say not close in age, we talking 6-8 year difference type of. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. That's wild. First kid was born, 6 years for the next kid to get here. After that, 8 years for that next kid to be born. And the way that I'm going, the next kid won't be here till another 3 years the next kid should show up. So, fingers crossed. But the beauty of this is I get to experience them in their teenage years, not at the same time, but at different times. And it's a learning experience for parents like. And I'm going to talk to those parents today and just kind of share some of my thoughts on what happened or how this actually goes. Or what's the word I want to say? Or like, I want to just talk about the experience. Of course, you know that every child is going to be different. Every thing that you do with your children, if you have multiple children, it's not going to be you can't do the same thing that you did with the first one and expect it to work for the second one. Sometimes that does happen, but not really. But when it does happen, you be like, yeah. Don't always happen that way. What I can tell you is that it don't get easier. You see, what I've learned is the more information you have and the better you become as a parent, the tougher the next child is going to be to deal with once they get into their teenage years. See, all of my children, the way that I parent is I give them options. I've jump-started their cognitive thinking. So when I talk to them, I make them think about the choices that they're making. I want them to think logically about what it is and how they're going to do it, and I want them to look at it from all angles. Whatever decision that they're making, I want them to look at it from from as many as points of views as they possibly can before they make their own decision, even though the decision is going to be theirs and theirs alone. Now, here's the kicker. That worked. It worked. It worked. And I say it worked because that's what they do. My oldest is 21. My next one is 15. The beauty with my 21-year-old is he'll make a mistake. He'll come and ask me for advice before he makes the mistake. But he does a lot of talking. And sometimes he calls, talks, hears it, and says, I got it, Dad, thanks. All I say is, cool, love you. You see, silent is what I was. But sometimes I do give advice. Silent was what I was. But because I've instilled in him to think about it, talk it out loud, and look at it from all of these different point of views, as many as point of views as you can get, sometimes he comes up with the answer himself. Love that about him. Love that about him. Love the accountability. Like, hey, damn, Dad, I went on, I did X, Y, and Z. I should have listened to you and did X, Y, and Z. For me, it's not about, yeah, you should have listened to me. It's about you making the best decision that you feel. Because even if I told you to do it and you followed what I said, I think that it's like I handed that to you. I feel that you appreciate life and things in life when you know that you made the decision, or when you know that, hey, I bumped my head up against this. I know not to do that again. I know even though my dad gave me this advice, I know that, hey, maybe possibly I'll look at it that way next time and still make that and make the better decision. It's not about me being right. It's about him understanding all the point of views that he has and saying, you know what, maybe that point of view isn't so bad. Maybe this point of view will work. And maybe next time when he get into a situation as such, he'll look at it. I love it. Did it work? I think it did. It worked in a way to where it's like, that was him through his teenage years. He's 21 now. That didn't happen overnight. We've had some conversations back and forth. And now he understands. Now I'm with my second teenager, my 15-year-old. Love him to death. Love his thought process. This is a thought process that, one has encouraged throughout him growing up. Wanting him to be him own self, wanting him to be able to think and speak freely. Right now, it's challenging. And he knows this. It's challenging with him. And I think now it's like, back when I was growing up, folks would say, whatever your parents say you did, you listened to it and you kept it pushing. We didn't have to go Google what our parents said. We didn't go run and ask somebody else. If our parents said it, that's what it was. Cool, not a problem. Older, my 21-year-old, it wasn't, I'm trying to fact check my dad, or I'm trying to X, Y, and Z, or I'm not trying to come off as disrespectful. Now, in this, and I'm not putting this on all teenagers, you know what I'm saying? My 15-year-old, when I say I love his thought process, is very similar to mine. It's very similar to mine. And that's scary. It's one thing when they look like you. It's another thing when they have a similar thought process to yours, and that's spooky, okay? Because you as a person, you as the parent, you know that their mind, if their thought process is similar to yours, and that child may go a little bit further than you, the thoughts that possibly be in that kid head put you at unease because you want to make you. If the thought wasn't there, you don't want to put it there. That's all I'm saying. My 15-year-old loves to debate, but the problem is, or the issue is, because we say around here we don't deal with problems, we send problems on up. Issues we can deal with. The issue is right now. It's a what's the word I want to say? I want to attack everything. And I'm like, was I like that during puberty? Do you guys remember just when anybody says anything to you, you wanted to attack? Even if they were trying to help you, did you want to attack them or attack anything that they're saying? And you might not be doing it intentionally. You just attack because this is the way that you talked, or were you that type of person that was just quiet and didn't say anything, or were you the person that was very outspoken and you're going to speak your mind and you don't have any factual things to say and you're just saying, this is what I feel, this is what I believe? Because now I know today, you can't tell me how to feel and you can't tell me how to be my own person. Cool. But who are you? If I can't tell you who you are, that I'm assuming you know who you are. So if I ask you that question, you should be able to tell me exactly who you are. Am I right or am I wrong? Y'all tell me in the comments. Let me know. Am I right? Am I wrong? If I can't tell you who you are, is there a possibility that you know who you are? Which I don't believe any teenager knows who they are. You know what I'm saying? I take that back. Maybe 1%. And maybe less than that. 1% of I know this is the person that I am and this is going to be me until the day I leave this earth. Maybe less than 1% of teenagers know that. Maybe. But if you know, then it shouldn't be hard for you to vocalize that. The communication that I do with my children is once a week. Once a week with the older ones, because we need to have a sit-down talk. And when I say a sit-down talk, meaning dad's going to listen. Dad's going to listen to whatever you into. Dad's going to listen to whatever you got going on. Dad's going to listen to you telling me whatever the hell it is that you want to tell me, because I need to make sure that I have a understanding of who you are or who you're becoming. Communicating with teenagers today during this TikTok social media era is a hell of a challenge, because there's so much information at their fingertips to the point to where they second guess anything or any advice that you give them, because they're still impressionable. Being a sponge, as we like to say, being a sponge is great, because when you're a sponge, you soak up so much information and you're forever learning. But also at the same time, that also can hinder you, because you have so much information that I don't really think that when you have that much information, you don't really know who to trust. You don't really know. You just have all of this information and you filter it, or you having a difficult time filtering it, and you come out on the other end to where you sound like a horrible walking contradiction, or you keep on trying to revise on the spot. That revision on the spot, because oh no, I heard this. Oh no, I heard that. Like it's like malfunctioning 404 era. era malfunction. People like, I know some of y'all out there like, what the hell is that? If you've had a computer error, you know exactly what I'm talking about. These teenagers, this overload of information, I think that's what's That's what's going on. I know that the what you call is challenging. I know that communicating with a teenager today is challenging because half of the shit that they're talking about, you don't even understand. I've been on this platform before and I've told you guys, I stay up sometimes at night and learn things that my children told me about in our conversations. Do I want to learn this stuff for myself? No. I want to learn it so I can understand what the hell my child is saying to me when I'm talking to my child. When my child is telling me about a 360 ollie, a backflip, and blah, blah, blah on skating, I know what that is now because after he told me, I was like, I'm not a skater. I mean, yeah. Clickety clack, clack, clack. YouTube, university. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. YouTube University, I'm there. Listen, I told them, hey, there's only so much anime I can take. There is only so much anime I can take. I still have to be a father. I still have to be a husband. I still have to be me. Okay? There's only so much I can, information I can take in, and I have to protect me and myself from having a overload because that's what I do. And on top of that, you know that they getting down with the trauma bonding and everybody's getting like Emu. This is like in this era right now with my 15-year-old, I feel like Emu has evolved and like is on a different level now because when you go to school, everybody has like the same colors on, black, gray, whatever. You don't know if they're really the Emu kids and you don't know if they're into the gothic or whatever. Everybody has like all of these dark colors on, and it's just kind of like, are you or are you not? But it's like we don't know. But even the emo kids who are really like dark and broody, they smiling, and like it's scary, it's creepy, So like it's confusion on our face as parents. It's confusion, and I just want to say like, I get it, but I don't get it. The communication with these new teenagers, it's like a chess match. I don't want to have to have a conversation that shouldn't be a chess match with your children. Should be straight, direct, and forward. Should be easy as checkers, okay? Should be easy as checkers. Pulling teeth to get information out of your kid should never be the thing when you've provided a safe space. And I know that some of you parents out there don't provide safe spaces for your children to come and speak to you. I'm not talking to you, but I would like for you guys to get help and find a way to create a safe space. The old ways don't always work. Some methods from our past do work, and I don't believe that all of them work, but I think that you take a little bit from that and then add it in with what we have. Because my 15-year-old teenager is totally different from when my 21-year-old was a teenager. The communication, the way that they talked and the way that they move is totally different. Like I said in the beginning, of course, everything is going to be different, but I think that the technology piece of it plays a major part in when it comes to the information base or when you're trying to give them advice. They can sit down and go to YouTube University just like me and you. They can go to TikTok, world of whatever, right? And they can get in there and and that's how they do their searches. Oh yeah, this, that. They use TikTok as Google for them, and they can see and they pull up stuff. I mentioned something to one of my sons, and he had it all pulled up on TikTok, and I was just like, that was strange, but that's something that I had to learn. That's something that I have to learn moving forward. When they go search something, they're searching it on TikTok. There are positive things on TikTok, and there's negative things on TikTok. The way that some people may, because everybody has an opinion, and there are some people who frame the opinion. Now, my deal is this: because you're a sponge, when somebody voices their opinion right off the bat and it's something negative, the question is, will your kid then in turn agree with it or disagree with it. And then if they do agree with it, you have to have that conversation with them and ask them, why do they disagree with it? Is it is what they truly believe, or is it because this person said it and it sounded cool, or this person said it and this person got 1.9 million views? Or are you to be able to follow, to be able to see who's a follower and who's a leader nowadays? I think that technology makes that a little bit harder, more challenging, because I mean, if your kid is a leader, your kid will be out there doing their thing and not caring what anybody else thinks. But if your kid is just surfing, and you don't really see your kid doing anything, then there's a possibility that your kid's a follower if they're not showing you that. And some people say, oh, well, you can't say that. Yeah, I can say that, because you know what a leader is when you see a leader. Followers, they stay in the shadows. They stay in the shadows. They pop out when they need to. They'll go hard for somebody. They'll go hard for something that they'll go hard for an original, somebody else's original thought and not their own. It's just the way that it is. So yeah, communication with teenagers today is like, it's a challenge. It's a challenge, and I'm here for the conversation. I want to hear what other parents think about communicating with their teenagers today. So drop down in the comments and let's talk about this together, and let's figure this out, because of course, just like any other parent out there in the world, Uncle Nerdy needs to know. And I would love to ask for help, because why the hell not? If you understand something that I don't understand and you have the information, share it. I'll share mine. I mean, I know that you can get on the Facebook groups and all of that and read the forums. I know Reddit got some as well, and you can see and go back and forth. Like I'm in a couple dad groups, and we talk about that as well. But I'm curious for you guys too, to know, hey, do you think dealing with teenagers today, is it more challenging? Is it what is your struggle with communicating with your teenager today? What are some things that you're finding that's working? What are some things that is not working? Let me know. Like I said, drop down in the comments and let's work this out together before we go, because you know I'm here for a good time, not a long time. But before I go, let's listen to a little music. This is something that was sent to me that just by one of the kids, and I don't know, but I'm gonna play it and y'all tell me.
All I wanna say is that they don't All I wanna say is they don't Skinhead, deadhead, everybody gone bad. Situation, aggravation, everybody allegation. In the suit, on the news, everybody dog food. Bang, bang, shot dead, everybody's gone mad. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Beat me, hate me, you can never break me. Will me, thrill me, you can never kill me. Jew me, sue me, everybody do me. Kick me, kite me, don't you black or white me. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. All I wanna say is that they don't really care about us. Tell me what has become of my life. I have a wife and 2 children who love me. I am the victim of police brutality now. I'm tired of being the victim of it. You're ripping me of my pride, oh for God's sake. I look to heaven to fulfill its pride. some things in life they just don't wanna see. But if Martin Luther was living, he wouldn't let this be. No, no.
Everybody's gone bad. Situation, segregation, politician, on the news, everybody dog food.
Kick me, cut me, don't you wrong or right me.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that was dark. I know, it was dark, and like I told you, one of the kids sent it to me. It was dark. That's all I gotta say. It's dark. That's what I'm saying. It's one of my favorite songs, but it's dark, and I don't know how I feel about it after that. But I played it. You heard it. You can't unhear it. So yeah, listen. None of us have the right answers. This is the closeout. None of us have the right answers to parenting. Sometimes there are going to be other people that relate to our kids more than we relate to our kids. There are going to be other people who understand our kids when we don't understand our kids. I think that when they say that it takes a village to raise children, I really do believe that we as adults have to come together and listen to those. I don't care if you have kids or not have, or you don't have kids. Relating to a person is relating to a person, whether it's a kid, whether it's an adult. When you can relate to that person and you can understand where that person comes from, I believe that you can help at times, help the parent to understand their child and where their child is coming from. Sometimes you have to take your parent hat off to understand your child, to see where they're coming from, and then put that parent cap back on and say, okay, how do I meet in the middle with this? How do I fix this to where the child is, and I know it's not always going to 100% go their way, be clear with them and to make them understand, hey, I hear you, but right now, this is X, Y, and Z. If they don't understand it if they can't understand it hearing it come from you, brother, sister, uncle, best friend, whatever, they can come in and if they relate to the child and they have a great communication with the child, let them be your voice. Let them help understand your point of view for the child, and if that works that way, then that's cool. See, understand, kids can't put themselves in our shoes as parents because they're not there. They haven't been there. They haven't experienced parenthood. They haven't experienced having to be responsible for another adult or another child or another human being. They haven't experienced that. So they're not going to understand where you're coming from. Sometimes it may take somebody outside of y'all's relationship to get y'all both to understand each other. Communication with these new teenagers is different. It's challenging. I think it's forever going to be changing, and it's forever going to be challenging. I challenge all of us to help each other. Like, I'm in these groups and these father groups, and we're trying to help each other. Get down in the comments. Let's talk about communication with these new teenagers and share some of your experiences and let me know what you guys think and let me know how that's working out for you guys. If I have some advice I can give you, and best believe I'll be looking for some of your advice. If the child is in a mindset where, hey, they are aware of point of views, but they don't really want to take those point of views in. They know that they exist, but they're headstrong. How would you guys approach that? You know what I'm saying? I would love to hear that. I would love for you guys to share. Like I say, share down in the comments and let me know. I like to have that conversation. I think that we all can help each other. It's about community. It's about building something awesome and amazing. And I believe that the more people that we have that can chime in and share their experiences, I think that we all can learn from that and just grow. So I appreciate y'all. Listen, of course, this is That's Random, the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. And I'm your host, that guy, Nerdy G. And until next time, I'm out.